What is up, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Social Interaction Show. For those of you that don't know, my name is Eric Reyes. I am your host. And I just want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your busy lives, your busy schedules to be here with me and listen to what I got to say. I'm very, very excited to share with you what I've been working on for the past couple of months. Like I said, it has been a couple months in the making. I have been back and forth with the idea of doing a podcast for quite some time now. So for me to finally bring this into fruition and get it up and running is a huge accomplishment for me, and I am, again, just super grateful that you all took your time out of your days to listen to me, and I'm excited to share with you all the ideas that I've been thinking about and that I'm going to be bringing to this podcast. It's been quite some time now since high school, and, I've been working. It's been a lot. I've been, living life, and I've experienced a lot of things, and I just want to share them with everyone and, just keep everybody up to date on what I've been doing, maybe give advice to some people. Again, keep everybody up to date on the projects that I'm working on, things that I have planned that are coming out in the future, and just really using this as a platform to, not only express my creativity and grow as an artist in the type of art that I want to be pursuing, which is, acting, directing, theater, film work, the whole 9 yards with that. And I'm really, excited to, see where this goes. So just a little backstory on, what I've been up to basically, and, what my life has been about. Graduated high school 2013, class of, 2013, like I said. Went to Boyertown Area Senior High. Go Bears. From there, I went to Bloomsburg University. Bloomsburg University was cool. It was a really, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Really big party school. I joined a frat out there. Had my laughs. Had my good time, but I decided in my sophomore year, halfway through my sophomore year, that I should probably get out of that situation. I've had my fill of the partying life, and I just really felt like I had no direction in that time. So I decided that it was best for me to, remove myself from that situation, and I came home and I regrouped, right? So I took a year off from school. I got myself a little job. I was detailing cars for a little bit. I was serving tables, and, I was just trying to figure out where the hell I was going, what I was supposed to do. Now, I always had a passion for acting. I always loved acting. I've done theater since, junior high days, early 6th, 7th grade, even before that in elementary school. I was involved in choir. I love that stuff. That was definitely my thing. If I excelled at anything, it was something that was art related. So I knew that that's probably what I wanted to do. But in Bloomsburg, when I was there at Bloomsburg, I got distracted, like I said, and I had no real focus, and I started to settle. Everybody around me was chasing a business degree, and I almost got to the point, and it would have been so stupid of me to continue with this, where I was going to go get a business degree. And I have no interest in business whatsoever. I mean, all of my passion, all of my love, everything that I wanted to do involved theater. So for me to want to settle it was completely wrong. It just didn't feel right. So I left, came home, regrouped, got to work. While I was working, I was auditioning best I could, and I wasn't having that much luck landing stuff. I mean, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't doing my thing like I am now. It took me a little bit to learn. I had to really figure out the ins and outs of how to succeed out here, because it really is cutthroat. There's competition everywhere, and every door you turn, and that's just what it is. That's just how it goes down. There's just competition, and you got to be prepared. You got to be focused. So, I figured I'd go back to school, and then I went to community college. I went to Montgomery County Community College. For those of you that don't know, they have 2 campuses, one in the Pottstown area and one in the Bluebell area. I attended both in the course of the time that I did spend there. And this is where I really got back to my root of acting. I had enrolled and I was back in school, and I found out that they had a up-and-coming theater program, and I was super interested in it. So, I auditioned for the play, West End Student Theater's production of Fuddy Mears. Shout out West End Student Theater. And I got a role, and it was a comedy show, and it was really fun, and to see how a production was thoroughly put on, from creating the props to designing the set to doing the lighting cues, the acting, the costumes, the wardrobe, everything and anything we were in charge of. And I fell in love with the process and the collaboration. And more out of anything, definitely the collaboration of things was really what got me back into the groove of, doing acting, doing film, doing theater, just being able to create something with other people and really get it on its feet and turn nothing into something for me, it was a beautiful thing. So I kind of wanted to incorporate that in my podcast a little bit. And so what I want to do with this podcast, I want to showcase everyone's talents, right? And what I mean by this is, for instance, I've already had people reach out asking to be guests on the show. And I think that is incredible for people to already be, so curious and to have contacted me and hit me up and been like, yo, dude, I see you have a podcast coming out. I want to be a guest on it before my first episode even releases. I think that's incredible. I think that's great. And I'm so for that. I want to incorporate, I want to collaborate. I want everybody to be a part of this. I want this to turn out to be something bigger than myself, So I had a couple ideas running through my mind. I was thinking, hey, I know that there's a lot of musicians out there, and I know that on podcasts there are intro music. There is intro music. Can't speak. There's intro music and there's outro music, and I know that I have at least a lot of talented, friends out there, whether they're on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that are pursuing their music dream and that are pursuing, their ambitions and their dreams. So I want to give them a chance to showcase their dreams too through my podcast. Of course, you'll get the credit. We'll definitely we're going to showcase your work. That's what I want to do. So I am going to have a submission for intro music that I can showcase on the podcast, and maybe every episode we'll have somebody's different. We'll showcase somebody's different intro music, or we'll have different intro music and outro music that we can showcase. And, eventually those people that I have, selected to do the intro music and showcase their intro music, maybe we can have them come on the show as a guest, and you can, explain to me where you started and how you fell in love with your craft, and, just bring some light to you and your passion and your dreams and your experiences with life. I think everybody deserves a chance to shine at least once with whatever they're pursuing. So eventually with this podcast too, there's going to be plans to have video. I know right now it's audio, but there is plans in the works. Like I said, it's been a couple months in the making. There will be video recording to go along with the audio. So eventually we're going to be showcasing artists, whether you're a painter, a sculptor, whether you do pottery. I mean, I want to just showcase everyone's talents for what they are. And I think that a podcast that is both audio platform and video platform is a great way to do that. I think it's a great way to do things. And I think that it will be, a beautiful way to collaborate with people and just shine some light onto other people's passions besides my own, So for the intro and the outro music, we'll call it a contest. Not really a contest because I'm going to be looking to showcase more than just one, musician. I want to highlight more than just one musician's talents and, intros and outros and beats and whatever. So you guys can actually submit those to the social interaction show at gmail.com. Okay. That's the social interaction show at gmail.com. Just submit your beats. Let me know what's up. Let's see if we can get you on the show. If you're a rapper, you want to come rap on my show, spit a freestyle, spit a couple bars, you want to challenge me to a rap battle, even though I don't really do that, let's do it. I don't care, man. I want to collaborate with you. I want to see what you got. Show me what you got. I'll show you what I got, and we can, we can make something beautiful happen. So yeah, don't forget to send your submissions to the social interaction show at gmail.com. Okay. Water break. Hold on. Great. All right. So, I've been thinking about doing this podcast for so long now with the back and forth of whether I'm going to do it or not. And I just came down to the point where it was just like, you know what, man, I'm going to do this and I'm going to have fun doing it. And I just want to see where I can take this thing, man. I mean, it's really different to experience and try and be creative in a different way than I'm used to. Speaking off the cuff and off the top of the head I'm used to having it written out for me. So that's where I'm at. Usually the script is in front of me and I can read the script and perceive it how, I do to portray a scene that's already been written for me. But for me to come off at the top of the dome, not like I'm rapping, but like just talk about things and, try and get creative and get people involved in a way like this is real different. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So recently, ever since I put out the Instagram page and ever since I've been, highlighting and trying to bring some attention to the social interaction show, which you should go follow on Instagram at the social interaction show. And while you're at it, you should go follow me at the Eric Reyes. But a lot of people have been asking me, like, why did you call it the social interaction show? To be honest, it was the first name that came into my head. I thought it sounded really cool. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, social interaction is kind of, it's unavoidable. It's there. It's in your face. One way or another, you are interacting with somebody, whether it's, face to face, at work, over the phone, text message, social media, gaming. There's just so many ways to connect to each other nowadays that I just thought that it was so fitting and so perfect to, for at least what I want to do with the podcast, with the collaboration, different ways to communicate, different walks of life, different passions, different social interactions. And, it is a show, and that's just where it came out of. I put thought into it. There was a bunch of, there was some trial names going through my head, but I think that this one just stuck out the most to me. And, I fell in love with it. So we went with it. We rolled with it. I'll talk about my experiences so far with it right now then. How I'm feeling doing this podcast currently. It's weird. It's different. I am currently sitting here, staring at a wall, and just talking. And it's really nice. It's kind of like a therapy just to get it out of your chest. It's weird to know that people will be listening to this while I'm currently talking to nobody. So I'm talking to nobody, but I'm also talking to everybody. You see how that's weird? They call that a conundrum. Dun-dun. But, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. I've been teetering on the idea of having a co-host. So, if you think you want to expand your horizons and you think you have something to, offer to the show and we have a good connection, I might be holding some mild auditions for a co-host in the near possible future. Along with those guests, I want to have interviews. I'd love to interview people on their passions, so I'm calling all painters, all models, dancers, actors, plumbers, electricians. If you are a gamer and that's your passion, or if you're a school teacher, I want to talk to you. I want to know why you chose what you chose and how you found your passion and what keeps you going, striving to reach more goals if you've already accomplished something that some milestones. For instance, I've been extremely fortunate to land a couple roles, but that doesn't mean that I'm satisfied, doesn't mean that I'm, stopping. I still want to achieve more. I still want to do more things, ultimate goal for me, some people laugh at it, and to those people I say, fuck you, but I'd love to get an Oscar one day. That's what I'm working for. I would love to get an Oscar one day. I'd love to win, Best Male Actor. That would be super cool, super rad. But that's just a dream, and I'm going to work until that dream becomes a reality, and that's just the type of guy I am. And, if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, and I've done other cool shit along the way, So that's basically where I am in life right now. I'm just trying to find my way, trying to stay creative, and I want to shine light onto other people's passions too. I think that everybody deserves a chance to shine in a brighter light. So again, I just want you guys to know, I am accepting submissions for guests on the podcast. I'm accepting submissions for intro music, musicians, painters, everything like that. Just when you submit to the social interaction show at gmail.com, and in the subject line, just put, what your passion is. If your passion's musician, put musician. If your passion's intro, or if you want to submit for the intro, submit intro. If you're a painter, put painter, etc., etc. I just want to, collaborate with some people. And I think we're gonna have a fun ride here, man. I think we're gonna do some big things. So I think that's good for an introduction podcast for a first one. Just want everybody to get the feel of things. Next week we're gonna come at you with some heat. So stay tuned. In the meantime, make sure you guys go follow on Instagram at The Social Interaction Show. Go follow me at the Eric Reyes. And, thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned again for next week. I got a teaser of the episode dropping midway through the week next week, maybe Wednesday-ish. We'll see, But thank you guys so much for tuning in to the very first episode of The Social Interaction Show. I'm Eric Reyes. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace out.